Hey guys,
As promised, we're here to do this second video on this all-Portuguese doubleheader, and we're going with a band that reached out to us and asked us to check out their video. Now, they obviously did their homework because they know who we are, and they reached out to us, but I didn't do my homework. I didn't go on Metal Encyclopedia to check what they were about. Like, I don't know.
over this. This is your job.
I know, but sometimes, especially on these Mondays, I don't like to go in with a preconceived idea of what to expect.
Surprised?
Exactly. I'm assuming they sing in Portuguese. I don't even know if that's the case, right? I'm assuming because the name of the song is in Portuguese, right? So the name of the band is Dogma. The name of the song is Anjo Caído, which means fallen angel. So I'm assuming they sing in Portuguese. I don't even know if that's the case or if maybe just the chorus is in Portuguese. I honestly, I don't know. But I like to be surprised because I don't like to go in with a because when you go in with a preconceived idea and then the song or the band does not match the idea that you have, you're disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you don't have any idea what to expect, you go in with a clear mind, then, you know, your brain is more willing to appreciate what it's listening to versus you going in thinking that's going to be something, and then what's not that something, you're like, oh, that was kind of crappy.
Oh.
And maybe it wasn't crappy, it's just that you thought it was going to be something else. You know, like, for example, like if I give you ice cream and you think it's vanilla, and then when you taste it, it's butterscotch, and you're like, ah, butterscotch?
I thought it was vanilla.
Exactly, but if I didn't tell you if you didn't think it was going to be vanilla, and you tried the butterscotch, you're probably like, wow, this is pretty good, what is this? Butterscotch, I like it. See what I'm saying? Your brain plays tricks on you like that. Anyways, Dogma, Anjo Caído. Are you ready to check these guys out?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
vezes, doutor. Será porque eu sei ver? Que sentes aquilo que eu senti. E a tua dor dá-me prazer.
Wow. So I have a few things to say, but I want to hear what you have to say first. I hate when the camera does this and goes like all berserk on us. Anyways, what do you have to say?
Just
It was obviously in Portuguese. I mean, in case you're not aware,
that was like a literal roller coaster.
It was. There was a lot of things happening in that song,
there was
for sure.
Him talking with that beautiful kind of.
That guitar was badass.
And a background of him kind of talking, and then it got a little bit faster and more heavier with his harsh vocals. Then it slowed down again, a little bit faster, but it lasted longer this time. Then a little bit slower. Then right at the end, it just hits you with that. It hits you with that, just ripping it up. I don't know what to describe this song.
This song to me is a combination of 3 bands. All right, 2 of them you have no clue what I want to say. One of them perhaps you're going to say, yeah, I can see that. This band, let me rephrase that. Not this band, this song, because this is the first time we hear this band through this song. So we cannot generalize based on just one song. We don't know how the rest of the songs sound like. This song to me sounded like Rollins' band, which it's a band that has that sort of speaking word kind of thing where there's music going and the singer is just kind of talking. So this is a mixture of Rollins' band with Morrer, which was a Portuguese band that I used to listen to when I was growing up, like when I was your age, with Draconian. Remember we did Stellar Tombs?
We
Draconian?
did. But Stellar Tombs, even when it was slow, it still had like beautiful vocals, and she wasn't talking, she was like
I know,
singing.
but I'm saying is, if you take components out of Draconian, if you don't know the other 2 bands, but if you take components out of Draconian, out of Morrer, and out of Rollins' band, you end up with this. I enjoy it. Now, there's a couple of things that I would have done differently if I'm in charge, so to speak. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Because I want to. The interesting thing is, I want to say what I would have done different, and I want to hear your opinion. If you think that would have made the song better or worse, in your opinion. So I would have done this differently. First, I thought at the start of the song, his voice is very low. Yeah. And I understand the point of that, because you want to create this somber vibe and somber mood. But I'm having a hard time, I'm Portuguese, I'm having a hard time understanding what he's saying, right? So I would like the volume of his voice to be a little bit higher than the rest of the instrument. So I can, because then later on in the song, his voice gets higher, right? I understand why they did it, but to me, I would have liked that to have been the case from the beginning. Because also for a non-Portuguese speaking audience,
you can't,
like, I mean, you're not going to understand regardless, right? But
you don't understand what
but at least you want to hear something, not just like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand why they did it that way, but you have to think that your audience is not necessarily going to be just Portuguese speaking people. So you, in my opinion, you have to make a song that attracts a much wider audience. Otherwise, all you're going to do is you're going to hit a niche market with your song. So I would have started off by doing that differently, having the vocals more predominant in the forefront, not drowned out by the sound at the beginning. That first verse is very like subdued. You can barely hear what he's saying. All you
hear is the guitar.
All you hear is the guitar and the drums, right? So that was the first thing I would have done different. Second thing I would have done different is the use of the female voice. They had the female voice at moments there, like around the chorus, where he goes like, she's just humming, almost like a siren, like calling the ships to hit the rocks and to go ashore. She sounded like a siren, like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have done that differently. I would still kept that, but I would actually use her and the vocals as Draconian did in Stellar Tombs. I would have done it that way, because her voice was absolutely beautiful and haunting, and having the humming was good, but the humming kind of opened my appetite. I was like, oh, is she going to come in at
female vocals?
Yeah, is there going to be any female vocals at any point in time in the song? And there isn't, right? So I think this song could have really used the female vocals. Not a lot, but at 1 or 2 key moments of the song, they could have introduced female vocal. Especially there's parts after the chorus where it picks up in tempo. The song picks up in speed, and then it's
like a roller coaster.
And then it slows down again.
Yeah, it goes slow, fast, slow, fast.
Yeah, so the part where it goes fast, perhaps, having her voice, because you have his voice very slow and drawn out when the song is slow and drawn out. Fine. You have her humming. Fine. When the song picks up in speed right after the chorus, you should have her voice in there to create the counterbalance that the song needs at that point, my opinion. So to me, that are two key elements that I would have done differently in the song. The rest of the song I really enjoyed. I enjoyed that guitar riff with the drums in the background was so dark and ominous. I like the speaking aspect of the singing. Instead of singing just like kind of talking, I really like that.
I kind of like it because I like my, I like my normal singing, but
this was very Doom.
Yeah, like, it didn't call for singing as much as...
No, the song didn't call for it. I like that aspect of the song. I'm just saying that I would change those two key elements. I would change...
You'd put more of her vocals...
More of her vocals at the faster part. At the end of the chorus, I would introduce female vocals into that part. And I would increase the volume of his voice at the beginning of the song.
So you can understand.
So you can actually understand what he's saying. Because you can still talk like he does later on in the song when the vocals become even harsher. You can understand, I can understand him perfectly at that point. But in the beginning, the first verses of the song, I'm having a hard time understanding anything.
And you speak Portuguese.
And I speak Portuguese. So I really think that when you're putting a song together, you really have to appeal to that larger audience. And sometimes you have to tweak certain things to make the song easier to digest. This is a long song for people who are not Portuguese speaking people. If the first minute of the song, 30 seconds are very important, because if you don't catch people's attention in that first 30 seconds, people are going to tune you out because they see the duration of the song and they're like, done.
I'm not, because they're going to think, oh, well, if this is going to be the whole song, then I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we live in a time where people have very short attention span. So that first 30 seconds better grab people's attention, because if it doesn't, they're skipping that song to the next one, right? I just think,
for me, the first 30 seconds I kind of like, because I like that guitar riff.
Oh yeah, I'm saying 30 seconds. I'm generalizing. Yeah. That start with that guitar riff and those drums, it's so it's very Doom. It's very like Draconian Paradise Lost kind of vibe to the whole start of this.
We need to do more of that.
Yeah, we need to do more Draconian,
because that song is just really good.
Yes, Stellar Tunes is really good. They have other good stuff, so we gotta check out more of their stuff. Anyways, this is it for today, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this was Dogma from Portugal, and we did Third Sphere, 2 bands from Portugal. If you like their stuff, go check them out and tell them we sent you. It's always nice when the bands find out that you end up on their videos through the two of us. Yeah. It's always cool to get that kind of feedback. All right, guys, this is it for today. Come back. Actually, this is not it for today, because after these 2 videos, there's a Corpiclani Arcona concert review, because I went to the show yesterday. So, by myself, because it was 19 and over. So there'll be a concert review after these 2 videos. There's a concert review. Then you can come back tomorrow. All right? See you guys.
See ya.